Welcome to this presentation. Today, we are unpacking exactly how to tackle a case of headache, focusing heavily on the incredible, scientifically grounded work of Professor Amit Setan. If you've ever found yourself just completely paralyzed by a pounding head, you know exactly how desperate you can get for relief. But instead of just masking the symptom, Professor Setan offers a completely holistic approach to conquering headaches, especially migraines, without relying on harmful medications. We're going to break down his exact protocols step by step.
Okay, let's dive into this. We all know that universal agony of head pain, right? And for most of us, the almost automatic reflex is to just reach for a pill. But listen to this warning from Professor Setan. Standard painkillers are just a temporary fix, and worse, they pose some seriously hidden dangers to our most vital organs. We are talking about direct, cumulative damage to the liver and kidneys. But the beautiful thing is, we can absolutely overcome this naturally. We do not have to trade our long-term organ health for short-term pain relief.
So here's our mental roadmap for today. First, we'll explain the different types of headaches to help you pinpoint the pain. Then, we'll expose some hidden dietary triggers. After that, we'll look at essential minerals, followed by an awesome natural arsenal featuring coffee, lemon, and herbs. And finally, we'll wrap things up with some powerful physical therapies.
All right, Section 1, Types of Headaches Explained, Identifying the Root Cause. To actually solve a headache, we really have to stop guessing and accurately identify its biological origin.
A perfect example of this is the migraine. Now, a migraine is a primary headache, which is a really crucial scientific distinction. Being a primary headache means the headache itself is the main issue. It happens completely on its own. It's not being triggered by some separate underlying disease in your body. It brings its own intense neurological storm like severe vasodilation that causes that awful throbbing pain, localized neuroinflammation, nausea, and just extreme sensitivity to light and sound.
And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. We have primary headaches, like the migraines we just talked about, tension headaches, and those excruciating cluster headaches. But then we have secondary headaches. These are actually symptoms of something else going wrong in your body. If you have eye inflammation, a throat infection, dental issues, or if you're just sitting with terrible neck posture staring at a screen all day, your body sounds the alarm in the form of a headache. Even high blood pressure can do the exact same thing.
Moving right along to Section 2, Hidden Dietary Headache Triggers, What to Avoid. This is where we uncover how our daily, seemingly innocent food choices might actually be the secret culprits behind the pain.
Take a look at these dietary villains. According to Professor Setan, specific proteins like gluten, which you'll find in wheat, barley, and oats, can actually alter your natural gut bacteria. And this disruption creates a wave of systemic inflammation that travels straight up to your head. The exact same thing goes for casein, the main protein in cow's milk. Throw in refined sugar, highly processed hydrogenated vegetable oils like corn and sunflower oil, and artificial additives, and honestly, you've got a perfect recipe for a pounding migraine.
But hey, don't worry, you don't have to starve. The goal here is simple substitution to clear out that inflammation. Swap out the problematic cow's milk for camel or sheep milk. They're digested totally differently and won't trigger that inflammatory response. Instead of wheat, just opt for gluten-free grains. And instead of processed sugars, consider a natural fasting detox to let your body clear out the toxins and reset itself naturally.
Let's jump into Section 3, Essential Minerals, the First Line of Defense. This introduces the very first major tool in Professor Setan's Natural Toolkit.
So I need you to remember this exact number, 400 milligrams. Taking 400 mg of magnesium just 2 hours before you go to bed is widely considered one of the most excellent scientifically backed natural painkillers you can possibly give your body. A massive chunk of the population is actually deficient in magnesium, and replenishing it just beautifully relaxes your entire nervous system.
But it gets even better. Beyond just taking oral supplements, Professor Setan points out that magnesium extracted from the sea can be used as a topical spray. If you spray this stuff directly onto your neck, the bottoms of your feet, or right at the base of your skull on the brainstem, it absorbs rapidly. It's incredibly effective for instantly relaxing those tight muscles that cause severe tension headaches.
All right, on to Section 4, Coffee, Lemon, and Herbs, the Natural Arsenal. This is the stuff we've been waiting for, featuring some amazing biological hacks using items you probably have sitting in your kitchen right now.
Check out this incredibly simple yet crazy powerful migraine protocol. Step 1. Brew a cup of hot coffee. Step 2. Squeeze some fresh lemon directly into it. Step 3. Drink it while it's hot.
This specific combination is just brilliant because it acts as a rapid vasodilator, reversing the painful vascular changes in your head to bring immediate relief. And here's a fantastic bonus tip from the professor. Take that leftover lemon peel and gently rub it directly onto your forehead. It works absolute wonders for surface pain.
Now, if coffee isn't really your thing, look at these potent herbal alternatives. A warm drink combining ginger and black seed, also known as Nigella sativa, is a phenomenal soothing remedy for deep inflammation. Turmeric drinks do the exact same thing. And if your headache is triggered by immense stress, adaptogens like ashwagandha and valerian root naturally calm the nervous system, while medicinal mushrooms like reishi and lion's mane provide incredible neurological support.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the use of the chili pepper, specifically the active compound capsaicin. I know it sounds a little crazy to use a spicy pepper for a headache, but scientifically, it acts as a natural cortisone. Mixing just a tiny bit of chili pepper in water or using it in a topical massage cream on the back of your neck literally forces your arteries to dilate. It dramatically improves blood circulation, which flushes out that pain-causing tension almost immediately.
For those of you dealing with sinus-induced secondary headaches, here is a highly specific, reassuringly simple protocol. Tilt your head back and apply exactly 5 drops of pure olive oil or black seed oil into each nostril. Repeat this 5 times a day. Professor Setin notes that doing this efficiently clears up severe nasal inflammation over a span of just a few days, completely eliminating the root cause of all that pressure in your face and head.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, Physical Therapies for Lasting Relief, Moving Beyond Ingestion. Let's look at how physical actions can literally eliminate head pain.
These physical therapies are just phenomenal. Earthing, which is literally just walking barefoot on sand or grass, helps discharge built-up electrical tension from the body. Posture correction is massive. Constantly looking down at our phones destroys our natural neck curve and triggers severe tension headaches. For suffocating cluster headaches, targeted deep breathing exercises are critical to rapidly oxygenate the brain. Even traditional practices like cupping or hijama, along with the rhythmic physical movements of prayer and dedicated neck massages, can stop headaches right in their tracks.
And let's definitely not forget the magic of hydrotherapy. Drawing a simple, warm bath loaded with Epsom salt for just 20 minutes can literally pull the stress right out of your body. The magnesium in the Epsom salt absorbs right through your skin, practically melting away the muscular tightness that causes those stubborn tension-based headaches.
Finally, we have to talk about the absolute most overlooked trigger of all time: simple dehydration. Professor Setin points out that this is a massive issue, especially in the elderly who often lose their sense of thirst. So before you do anything else, try this simple 30-minute diagnostic test. Drink 2 large cups of room temperature water. Wait exactly 30 minutes. You will be astounded by how often the headache simply vanishes, proving it was never a disease to begin with, but just your brain begging for water.
Well, we've covered a tremendous amount of ground today, from identifying the true root cause of your pain to uncovering hidden dietary villains and unlocking a powerful toolkit of minerals, herbs, and physical therapies. So, I leave you with this question to think about. Which natural, side effect-free remedy from Professor Setin's toolkit will you swap your painkillers for tonight? The power to heal your headache naturally is literally in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and here's to a pain-free, healthy life.